Hey guys, my name is Ethan, this is Carberra. Welcome to the 1 year update video. This is just a little video on the channel's 1 year anniversary to kind of talk about where the channel is at this stage and also go through this rather extensive list of updates that I've got planned for the channel now that it's a little bit more established. But before I go into those updates, I just kind of want to talk very briefly about kind of where the channel is and stuff, and just to say thank you to people that have come in the last year and to help support me. Obviously the channel is still very new and the channel is still very small. We literally, as of recording, hit 400 subscribers today, which is not world beating by any means, but the channel is growing at quite some rate, and we have a very extensive Discord community already, which I'm in a way quite surprised at. I wasn't expecting that to be a thing, so I'm very grateful for that. We've got more than 200 people in there already on a 400 subscriber channel, which is interesting. And we've also got some pretty sizable support on the Patreon too, like relatively unprecedented for a channel this size. So I just want to say thank you to the community that I've built up over the last year that has been incredibly active, incredibly supportive, and generally just really awesome. And now that we've got all that out of the way, I'm going to talk about the interesting stuff, which is all the updates and that. The first thing I want to talk about is new channel avenues or channel network connections, I suppose. So Carberra now has a new Twitter, you can find it at Carb Tutorials, and a new Facebook page at Carberra Tutorials, or / Carberra Tutorials, I suppose. These are just extra social avenues that sit on top of everything else and will mainly be used for automatic video announcements. So if you want to be announced of videos while you're scrolling through your feeds, then go for it. It's just another avenue of contact, I suppose. But I also have a new library account. Now, library in a way is sort of like a YouTube alternative. It is somewhere I can post my videos and people can watch them. It also works on a slightly different business model to YouTube, in the sense that I actually get a little bit of money from you just watching it, regardless of whether there's even an advertisement on the video or not. And it also automatically syncs with YouTube. So all I have to do is upload a video to YouTube and it automatically gets synced over to library as well. So I thought there's literally no harm in doing this and creating this account. So if you want to go and have a look over there, all my previous videos are there already that you can go and watch. So all those links will be in the description, as well as the current ones too, which are the YouTube channel, of course, the Discord server, the Patreon page, and the GitHub, which I don't really talk about too much because it's just kind of off to the side. It's where I put all my code from the videos, but that's always in the description too for you to go and look at and fork and clone and do what you want. Alongside all these other updates, there is also a visual rebrand, if you haven't noticed it already. I know that we're now on the 4th visual branding of Carberra. I do tend to rebrand quite a lot. I did it with my old channel, but with this brand I'm going to be sticking with it for a while because I really do like it, and it's a very colourful brand. I kind of wanted something a bit abstract, a bit colourful, and I completely stumbled on the effect I used for the backgrounds and stuff by accident, fell in love with it and went to town on it basically, and that's how we got this. But yeah, we have a new slightly more streamlined logo, so it will look familiar but it is different, and we have, as I said, the abstract colourful backgrounds to everything too. Every single connection that Carberra has also has a different icon and a different cover. I went into that much detail for it, so that's just a nice little touch that I wanted to put on. So for example, the YouTube channel has a red one, the Patreon has an orange one, the Discord server has kind of a blurple one, and that continues throughout the rest of the brand. I really like it, I hope you do too, and yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. The next thing I want to talk about is changes that have already happened, and these are new Patreon tiers. I used to have 3 tiers, and now I've expanded that to 6. So there is a tier at the lower end for just £1 a month where you can just support me really cheaply if you want to support me in any way but you don't have a lot of money on you, which is something I can completely relate to. There is that more accessible tier down there, and there are tiers all the way up to £32 a month, which basically just get you the whole works, and that includes stuff like Patreon early access, which is the next thing I want to talk about because the way that Patreon early access is going to change. The current Discord.py series, how it worked was that all the early releases were stored in a Google Drive folder, and basically I would upload videos to this folder as soon as they were rendered, pretty much, which kind of led to some inconsistent early access stuff, but it worked for the most part. But as of now, Patreon early access is going to be 1 week before it goes on YouTube, so there is going to be this weird gap. I'll probably lead into it to stop the YouTube side from getting stale, but yeah, videos will go live on Patreon to tier 4 and up patrons 1 week before they go live on YouTube. So if you do want to support that tier, so if you're interested in receiving early access videos, then you can go and support me on Patreon tier 4 and above. However, I'm not going to do any Patreon exclusive videos. There'll be other Patreon exclusive stuff, but it's not going to be videos. So everything that goes on the Patreon will eventually end up on the YouTube. So I'm not going to be hiding anything from free viewing on YouTube and library. It'll just be there sooner. Speaking of videos, there is also now going to be a wider variety of them. So the How It's Done series is going to be getting some more love. I've talked about it more extensively in the Discord server about the sort of ideas I have. I have this huge ideas board of all sorts of videos from all sorts of different series and stuff that I want to do. So I've got a lot of videos planned. We're not going to be running out anytime soon, but I'm going to be spending a little bit of time between series working on How It's Done stuff. Of course, we've just finished the Discord.py series, and the Discord.py music series is now next after a vote that was convincingly in favour of doing that next. And it would give me time to wait for Discord.py 1.4.0 to come out before I do that as well. So that works really well. On top of those videos, I'm also going to be doing some non-coding videos. It will stick with like technology and computing and stuff, so it's mainly going to be videos about operating systems and that, so old operating systems, kind of how to do certain things in certain operating system stuff, because I like operating systems. I like messing around with them. I think it would be cool to do kind of a few different videos on that. And I'm also thinking of doing some like software tutorials as well. So one idea I did have was a tour of the new YouTube studio and helping people kind of understand how to do stuff and what all the new analytics mean in that. And there is a whole host of different software that I use on a regular basis that I thought I could do tutorials on too. So if you're interested in those, or if you're interested in any of these ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Or if you have any suggestions for other stuff that I can do, then by all means leave them below. On top of these non-coding videos, there are also going to be some non-me videos going out. What I mean by this is the guest showcase videos that I had planned. Now this was an idea that I presented to the Discord a little while ago, kind of just as a really out there idea that I didn't expect to be very popular. Turns out I was wrong about that. Loads of people were completely on board with the idea. So these guest showcase videos will be where members of my community can make videos of their own to be published to the Carberra Tutorials channel. Now this is entirely optional. I don't know how many people will actually go ahead with this. We'll have to see. I've had someone talk about wanting to do one already, so we'll see about that. But yeah, if you're interested in making a video for the channel, then hop over to the Discord server where we'll have more information for you. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. And finally, to top it all off, I'm also going to be doing some non-videos, just completely. There are going to be some live streams coming, specifically series planning ones. So the Discord.py series will be planned live on YouTube. There might be some other streams where I mess around with stuff. I don't really know. I haven't really decided how I'm going to work with that. But there are going to be some live streams for you to tap into. They are going to be on YouTube only. They're not going to be on Twitch. I kind of decided there wasn't a need to put my stuff out on Twitch as well. So I'm just going to leave them all on YouTube. So yeah, if you have the time and one goes up, then feel free to join with those. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. If you have any feedback on any of the new ideas and concepts that are going forward, then feel free to leave them down below. As I said before, if you have any suggestions and stuff for videos, then do the same. And have a look in the description to see all the new links and stuff to kind of explore the new connections that Carberra has, and stick around for the channel to see all the new stuff, because I'm kind of excited about where we can take the channel. But with that, I'm going to end the video here. I would like to say another thank you to all my subscribers, all my patrons, all my Discord members, all my viewers, and everyone that's even spent 30 seconds on the channel, because it means a lot that you saw the premise of it, you thought it looked good, and you came by to this little corner of the internet and took some time out of your day to watch some random guy on the internet talk about coding and stuff. And that's really cool, and I would once again like to thank you for that. But yeah, I will see you in the next couple of days for whatever I do next. I really don't know, but yeah, I'll see you then.